What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to be showing you around the gorgeous Andaz, Bali. Right now I'm standing in front of the security gate right at the hotel entrance, which is located on the busy Sanur area main street. It's a really nice day, so without further ado, let's walk inside. The Andaz Bali isn't the biggest resort in the world, but it's still pretty big, especially when you consider it's connected to its sister property, the Hyatt Regency, and so getting to the lobby is a bit of a walk from the main road. The resort is modeled after a traditional Balinese village, so you see a lot of art and inspiration from that culture. Here we are right at the entrance of the lobby. But before we walk in, I just wanted to point out a little pathway that you can use to get to the Hyatt Regency next door. If you didn't know, Andaz is a Hyatt brand. The two hotels share some facilities, such as the gym and the spa. The Hyatt Regency next door is definitely a step below this hotel, but the gym and spa facilities were renovated recently, so they are still of a high standard fitting of this awesome hotel. I personally didn't get the chance to visit that area since this was a one-night stay, so it won't be in this tour. Sorry about that. And finally, here we are at the actual entrance of the hotel. The hotel definitely embraces Balinese culture in a way I haven't seen at any other Bali resort, including some local brands like the Mulia. The water does look kind of green, but it's actually pretty clean. It's just that the flora that lives within the water is giving it that green tint, by the way. Alright, let's keep going into the actual check-in area. So here we are at the check-in area. This is where you'll be seated at the tables to the left there with a nice non-alcoholic welcome drink. The staff are going to take your passports and check you in while you relax, making it quite the seamless process. And now we're at the main village square, is what they call this area. I mentioned earlier that the resort is modeled after a traditional Balinese village, and this is the literal center of it all. Most of the rooms and suites are located around this center area, in separate buildings though. And so are the public spaces, such as the Andaz Lounge and the all-day dining restaurant, and some of the event spaces as well. Let's first take a look at the Andaz Lounge. This hotel doesn't have a traditional club lounge, but instead offers a lounge for all guests with complimentary refreshments and some light snacks throughout the day. There are no alcoholic beverages here at any point throughout the day, unfortunately. The design is an open space, but there are fans on the roof, so it didn't get too hot in here and was a nice place to do some work and enjoying a cup of coffee while doing so. Here's some of those light snacks that I mentioned. And the hours are on that board, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Some of these drinks aren't available until the afternoon, and I recorded this tour in the morning. Okay, that's it for the Andaz Lounge. Let's keep walking. If you take notice throughout this tour, there are these little statues and I'm not sure what the word is, like gazebo maybe, around the resort that are definitely inspired by Balinese culture. I really love how well the hotel embraces the local area that it's in. So this is one of those public event spaces I was telling you about. It's called the studio. I didn't have an event, so I didn't go in, but it's an option for those that need it. And now we're approaching the all-day dining restaurant. Should I say the restaurants? This is a food hall concept with multiple menus served in one building. This is also where the amazing breakfast is, which I'll show you in a bit. First, let's take a look at the bar here outside. Very relaxing place, and you can see they have a real coffee machine, and the coffee was pretty good. Let's walk inside real quick, and I'll show you the breakfast once we're inside. So the hotel doesn't have a traditional buffet, but instead a very extensive a la carte menu that you can order anything you want off of at any time throughout the breakfast service. I'll show you that menu now. So as you can see, this is the menu. It's double-sided, and as you can see also, there are no prices next to the items. It's very high quality stuff, I can tell you that, and there's so much option. I prefer this over a buffet because everything is more high quality, you waste less food, and there's still plenty of choice. The drinks were fantastic, and service was great because they often came to ask for additional orders. You can scan that QR code for any pictures if you need them, but I'll show you some of the dishes I ordered now. This is a fruit plate, very nicely presented. Alright, so next up is the prawn omelet. It was really well presented with huge chunks of prawn inside. Very tasty. And just a side note, all the portion sizes here are pretty small, which is fantastic because it means you get to try multiple things. Right here we have the Andaz French toast, which is kind of weird. And then the actual Andaz toast is behind it. And then the AZB muffin. Everything was so good, guys, and I definitely think the highlight of this resort is this breakfast experience. Okay, so that was the breakfast. Very impressive place. I really enjoyed my breakfast here, and I wish I had more days to try all the other options, but really fantastic stuff and definitely one of the highlights of the resort for me. So this is one of those cute features in the hotel. It's this giant tree. There's some fruit going off of it, and that little sign at the base of the tree says that if it falls on you, that means you're lucky. Not sure about that, but whatever. Alright, let's walk to one of the pools now. I said one of them because there are multiple. You'll see water features scattered throughout the resort, adding to the serene experience that makes you feel like you're in an oasis despite this being an actually busy area. There's some koi fish in this one, and a bridge that, or not a bridge, but a pathway that leads to some of the other rooms here. Some of the rooms here have pool access. You can see that pool right here. This pool is not open to the rest of the hotel guests, only those whose rooms are connected to it. It's not quite private, but during my walks not once did I see people actually using the pool. So it's very nice if you have one of those rooms. And finally, here we come across our first pool of 3. It's more of a quiet vibe here, with much less people than the main infinity pool on the beach. And as you can see, there are complimentary activities throughout the day. Very, very nice. You won't get bored here. And the little shack here with the towels and the complimentary water. And let's take a look at that pool. It's definitely shallow, so it's made for a more relaxing pool experience, or maybe for kids. Very nice place. Okay, let's walk to the beach here that I've been mentioning so much. I personally like what's up ahead far more. The hotel offers complimentary bikes for in-house guests as well. There's a public biking path on Sunur Beach, which is right in front of the hotel, making it convenient to visit other resorts or restaurants along the beach. And here we are at the main pool. It's pretty big and didn't feel too crowded throughout my stay. You have a great view of the beach from here. Unfortunately though, the beach is public, so I expect others using the facilities as well. Of course, they can't come in and use the Andaz pools, but they can eat at the restaurant behind me, which I'll show you soon. So here's that restaurant I was mentioning earlier. They serve seafood for lunch and dinner, but unfortunately I didn't get to eat here. I wanted to eat here at night, on my first night, and my only night I guess, but I was feeling a little under the weather, so didn't end up coming outside and instead ordered room service. Which was pretty good, by the way, but wasn't feeling well, so I didn't take any pictures, unfortunately. And finally, here we are at the actual beach. It's a very calm beach without many waves. But if you do want to do water sports, there are multiple vendors, local vendors, not sponsored by the hotel around. Therefore, I can't attest to their reputability, but I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, it's a very nice beach, and those sun lounges are only for Andaz guests, so be assured you'll have a sun lounger if you want one. You can see there are many boats not owned by Andaz and many people that are probably not Andaz guests. Here's one last look at the resort. It's really, really pretty from this angle. Okay, with that we're almost done. There's one last pool, and to get there we can walk through my suite, which is just right outside it. Here we are walking to my suite. If you'd like to see that suite tour, I have a video already published on my channel, and I'll link that below. You can see right ahead of us is a little door. That's actually the kids club, but I didn't want to walk in there with a camera while the facilities were open and in use. But anyway, my suite is to the left here, I believe. Yep. So yeah, to get to that pool, I wasn't really sure how to get there the fastest, so I just went through my suite, which I know is accessible from the pool. So of course the converse is true as well. I'm just rambling at this point, guys, I'm sorry. Anyway, through the patio area of my suite, you can see there's a much more quiet pool. I literally saw 2 people use the pool throughout the 24 hours I was at the resort. And it's very nice because there are still sun loungers and there is a pool, little shack there with towels and water. but there's no one around. The downside is you won't get those nice views at the beach. But out of this pool and the first pool I showed you, I definitely prefer this one, just because it's far more quiet and it's not like you're losing out on anything else. Alright guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and if you want to see my suite, make sure to check the link in the description. I unfortunately didn't get to see the gym in person, but from what I could see online, it seems pretty well equipped for a 5-star hotel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time in one of my other hotel room, hotel suite, villa, or resort tours. And by the way, I did stay at the Ritz-Carlton and the Umana Bali during this trip, so I'll upload those soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.